This is the plaintiff, Larissa Gregoire. She says she sold the defendant a British blue short-haired cat that she breeds, and the woman gave her a bad check and now won't pay up. She's tired of the royal runaround the scamming woman's making her go through to get her rightful money. Now, it's up to the judge to deal with the defendant's bad attitude so she can get paid. She's suing for $3,000, the cost of the kitten, and pain and suffering. This is the defendant, Andrea. She says the plaintiff's mistaken because she sent her a cashier's check and is paid up in full. The woman's trying to pull the wool over her eyes and get more money out of her. A $3,000 lawsuit? Please! She's accused of feline foolery.
All parties, please raise your right hands. Be seated, come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Larissa Gregoire?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you are suing Andrea. We're not going to use her first name or her last name. For $3,000, the balance that you say is owed for a kitten that they didn't pay you for, plus pain and suffering and miscellaneous other charges. What happened?
I sold her a kitten. The agreement was first that...
Are you a breeder?
I'm a breeder. I have my own website. And she contacted me through email.
What's the name of the website? Did you want
Blue Duchess Cats.
What kind of cats?
British blue short hair.
I had a British blue.
Oh.
I love British blues. Okay. My husband,
So do
as a
I.
matter of fact, I started dating my husband, and 3 months later was my birthday, and he gave me a British blue, and that British blue was alive until, like, you know, I had my second kid or third kid. So you sell British blues, so you sold one to her through the website.
I sold her through website.
How much was the total price on the British blue?
The total price is $1,500.
Okay.
And I told her in email that I don't need nothing else but deposit.
Okay, and she put a deposit of $300 when?
I'll tell you exactly.
Do you remember?
Honestly, no. It was in the springtime, but I'm not sure exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
Kittens were born, and I start emailing people from waiting list who is ready to purchase a kitten at this moment when I got an email from her saying that her daughter, Lily, she's a very good daughter. She wants to surprise her. Her grades are great. Because I love children, I decided to give her a kitten.
Oh, that's the first time. The kittens were already born when she contacted you the first time?
Already.
All right, go ahead.
Matter of fact, deposit was on April 2nd.
April 2nd. Okay, got it.
As soon as she contacted me through email, she deposited immediately.
Okay.
There is no delay at all.
And then, so then what happens?
And then after that, I emailed her saying that there's 2 or 3 options to pay in full. One option is by PayPal. Another option is in cash at the moment of delivery. And the third option could be by the check, but she has to send me by mail, and I have to cash it with no problems.
Yeah, because you can't be giving away a cat and then the person gave you a bad check and you never see them again. Of course.
So I don't accept any Visa, MasterCards, and stuff like that.
Then they turn around and then they try to reverse the charges.
Correct. Right. And I emailed her. I get her familiar with agreement that we should sign, saying.
Was there a signed agreement?
Yes.
May I have it?
Sure.
So how do you deliver the cat to her?
I delivered by car, and there was another 2 deliveries. One was in New Jersey as well. Another was in Brooklyn.
Okay.
On the same day.
Okay. And what happens when you deliver the cat?
When I delivered the cat, her husband paid me $80 for delivery.
Okay.
And she wrote me a check, even though I told her that I don't accept any personal checks.
Do you have any emails or where you say I'm not accepting personal checks?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Okay, can I see those?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
And this is before the delivery, correct?
Before the delivery.
Okay. And then, so why do you leave the kitty? Maybe you should make them come and go pick up the kitty.
It was, but at the same time, I didn't want to accept her daughter. Because she was waiting on that kitten.
I know, but the day was Mother's Day, not Daughter's Day.
Correct.
All right.
But Daughter's Day is she's a child, and it's a.
Okay, I see the emails to you saying, I don't accept personal checks at the moment of transferring the ownership of the kitten. I'm leaving in the morning around 10. I mean, she made it very clear. Why did you not have the money ready?
Because we agreed that I will give her a check.
When? How? When?
We had a phone conversation.
When?
On Saturday or Sunday morning. It was a Mother's Day, and my family planned something to us. It wasn't certain until the last minute that she was actually coming because she had other deliveries.
What are you talking about? She sends you on Saturday night. She says to you, "I don't accept personal checks. Remember, I'm leaving in the morning at 10 a.m." So it's very certain. There's nothing else.
On her part, yes. But we had a phone conversation, and I wasn't sure.
That changes this?
Yes.
I don't believe you, because I don't think she'd bring the cat to your house unless she thought you were going to pay her the way you're supposed to. But in any event, let's get past that. You don't have the money ready, and she leaves you the cat anyway. And then what happens?
Well, she gave me a check, and I accepted for a reason that she making excuses that.
Oh, okay. Well, then why am I here? What happened with the check?
Well, she canceled that.
Why did you cancel the check?
I didn't cancel the check. We agreed that she would wait. It's in those emails. I have the emails here. It was agreed that she would wait until I transfer the money from my savings account to the checking account. But she did not wait, even though we agreed on that.
So according to you, you tell her you need to wait until when?
Until I let her know.
When is that? When?
When the money gets cleared. I wasn't sure
sweetheart,
of that.
I don't know what you're saying. You tell her, here's my payment, but I'll let you know when it's actually a payment. When were you transferring funds so that she could deposit the check?
I transferred it immediately.
No, what did you say to her that she agreed to about when she could cash the check?
That when it's cleared, I will let you know, and I did. I did let her know, but it turned out that by that time, she actually cashed the check.
At some point, when you try to cash the check at her bank, or you put it through and you find out from
My
your
bank.
bank? All right, so when you put it through your bank, you get charged because there's no funds in the account.
Correct.
So what day do you put it in your bank?
On May 10th.
Okay, so that's the Monday
2:30.
after Mother's Day, right?
Correct. On Tuesday.
On Tuesday, you put it in your bank.
On
So your bank's
Tuesday.
going to take a day or two, and apparently by the time it gets to her, which is Wednesday or Thursday, there's still no funds in the account.
Right, yes.
Okay.
And I promised her
Which is why
that
people in your
I'm gonna
position
wait.
shouldn't take a personal check. Just keep driving. You'd see how the money popped up after you did that. Go ahead.
Well, here's the emails. First, there's 3 emails from her on the same day. One time, the very first email was from her saying that I canceled your checks because I realized you have a PayPal account and it is just easier to send the money there.
So not that you had cashed a check you shouldn't have cashed yet.
I did.
And that you jumped the gun.
On the
but
same
that
day.
she had canceled the check.
And that
Tell
was
me about, stop. Tell me about that email. Did you send an email saying I canceled the check?
I canceled the check because she lied about the shots for the cat. And I
Really?
called, yes.
Show me the email where she says why she canceled the check. Show me your emails.
In other words, it was a wrong amount. That's why I ended up.
Hand me your emails that are going to make you look a little better than you're making yourself look, hopefully. I canceled your check because I realized, this is Friday, that you have a PayPal account, and it's just easier to send the money there, right? Not a word about, you're a liar, the cat didn't have shots, you were supposed to, and none of that. But we have to tell you that when people say $1,500 for a cat, they expect a little better customer service than what you provide. Yeah, showing up on Mother's Day, bringing her a cat so she could have it on Mother's Day, taking a personal check that then gets at 9:49, she's telling you, I canceled it. Mm-hmm. And then at 1, she's creating a paper record because this is 5 hours later and she's thinking about what she's going to say when things hit the fan. She has no intention of paying you by this point. So she hasn't paid you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. The next thing she does on June 10th is, PayPal has a limit on how much money I can send because I'm a relatively new member. No, they don't. Because
Yes, they do.
you as a member have a link to your checking account. So if your checking account actually has the cash and you can afford the cat, you just put it in your checking account and PayPal doesn't care how much it is. Okay?
It takes
Since
a
I
week.
know you don't like personal checks, I got you a cashier's check. Please provide me with an address where I can send it. So why didn't you want to accept a cashier's check?
Well, the reason was because her idea to pay by PayPal, I was agree, and she told me she's gonna pay early on next week. So
And that didn't happen. Did you mail a cashier's check?
Yes, I did.
Where is it?
It's in my bank account on that same day.
Because it came back?
No.
Did it get cashed?
No, it did not get cashed.
Okay, so you owe the money, right?
Well, she's welcome to cash the check whenever she feels like it.
No, she's not. I'm just going to issue a judgment against you that's going to affect your credit. That's what I'm going to do.
Tried to pay
you need
her
to understand, and you're going to
multiple
pay it, and
times.
you're going to pay it in cash. You're not going to pay the judgment by
I have
check.
no problem
You're going to pay it
with
in
that.
cash. That's how it's going to happen, and that's how it should have happened before we walked in here. Instead of you playing Candace Mas Macho when someone does you a favor. Do you understand
She didn't do
how
a
you
favor, she got
cannot
paid for
do
it.
things for people you don't know? Accepting
she
her
got paid for
her
it.
personal check was the biggest professional mistake you've made because there were no funds in it. There were never going to be funds in it, and that's why
That's
she
an
gets a cat
assumption.
on May 9th, and she still hasn't paid for the cat. Okay, but anyone who has la cara dura, the hard face to show up in this courtroom and continue to argue and be self-righteous when they know that they still haven't paid for the cat.
I did.
That's ridiculous.
I did pay for the cat. I
You know
sent
the
her
cash.
the cashier's check.
You know
She
you are
doesn't
not
take.
out any money, right? Because you know
Excuse
the
me,
cashier's
look at
check.
my account.
You never
It's
got a
right
cashier's
there.
check, right? Had you
I
gotten a
had
cashier's check, you would have
$24,000
cashed
on
it.
that account.
You would have cashed the cashier. Well, then maybe you just don't want to pay your bills. If you had cashed it, then we wouldn't be here, right?
Excuse me, she's the
Verdict
one.
for the plaintiff,
This is
including
insanity.
the following. You will get.
This is ridiculous.
You will get.
I tried to pin
Stop
her
talking.
multiple times.
Stop
I
talking.
never even told.
Get out of my courtroom. Out.
Fine,
Get
that's
out.
fine.
Just
You
walk
never
out.
allowed me to
Walk
say
out.
anything.
Walk out. Walk out. Show her the way out, Douglas.
I would like to hear
Show
what
her
she
the
has
way
against
out.
cashier's
Walk
check,
out of the
because
door.
I'm really interested in that.
Adios. Goodbye.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, how important is it to show respect to the judge? Because judges follow the law no matter what, right?
Well, they can make or break your case. Depends on how rude you are. I mean,
But if they're rude, if you're rude, do you think that would mean they might rule against you just on that basis?
yeah.
Really? What do you say?
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe. Give me something more definitive than maybe.
I mean, I think so. Respect is a mutual thing, and a lot of times, you know.
Well, even if you don't feel they're respectful to you, do you have to be respectful to a judge?
I feel
Say yes. That's probably a good answer.
I mean,
What
yeah.
do you say? Yeah? Good answer. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay. So where are we? $1,200 for the balance of the kitten. Did you leave her cat food?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Did she agree to pay for the cat food? Mm-hmm. When? How? Verbally?
I have an email.
Can I see the email where she agrees to pay for the cat food? $20 bounce check fee for sure. All right, lost wages you're not entitled to. $1,500 in pain and suffering you're not entitled to. But the rest of what you're asking for, you were going to get, which would be a total of $1,331.33. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck.
All right.
So the plaintiff gets $1,300. I'm here with Andrea. Obviously, this didn't make you look very good in the courtroom, but you didn't get a chance, you say, to get your story out. What didn't you get a chance to tell the judge?
She had it. I have it. The judge didn't even look at it, but I had it in my bank account, the copy of it. She has it.
Well-
I had sent her a cashier's check. The real issue was that she would not accept payment only through PayPal, and she never explained to me why. The first personal check bounced because I had to transfer money
Right. We
because
understand that.
it was a week earlier than I planned, and it was her idea to drop the cat off, not mine.
Well, we'll look into more of that. I'm sure we'll hear more
Right.
about that. But thank you very much. The cat's
Thank you.
okay?
Cats is perfectly happy. The kids are very happy with it. I'm happy with it. So it was all worth it despite this craziness. It was all worth
All
it.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can go out. You must sign some documents now. Now here comes the plaintiff on her way out. She said she sent you a cashier's check, and you've got it. Do you?
I didn't. She's a liar, she's a thief, and I didn't get any cashier checks, and she keep lying. I don't understand
Okay.
why these people are just like that.
Well, you won here in court, but you don't have a cashier's check, right?
No, I don't.
Flat out, you don't.
Nope.
Okay. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Well, who's telling the truth here, Harvey? What do you think?
Doug, I do not know. But what I do know is this. The law actually varies from state to state. There are some states where you can actually get as much as 3 times the face value of a check if the person who writes it had no intention of honoring it when it was actually written. Sometimes it's 2 times, depending on the state.